So we're on the second floor now, Coach, and this is where the clients come in after they hear you guys on the radio show.
Yeah, this is where the money happens.
Right.
This is where it is.
So magic happens downstairs, money happens up here.
We have about 12,000 square feet here, so it's gigantic. We have a 3,000 square foot meeting room for events, and this is where we do our Christmas party, and we do quarterly events too, education events and all that. But it just builds credibility, and it's a little bit of overkill, but maybe it isn't, because I've filled it up with artwork that has something to do with money or me. And so when people come in, we'll look at the waiting room and go, well, we have a massage chair in there, so people come in early a lot of times to get massages. And all the refreshments they could ever ask for. Customized refrigerator too, like a convenience store with my picture on it. So it's just, again, I have a little ego, but I don't have that much ego. But it's better for people to see you, because then when they hear you on the radio and then they've seen you, it all adds up. Again, it's another one of those logs of credibility onto the fire. When they first come off the elevator, again, it's important to have good signage. I've got some of my awards there. I've won some Emmys. I've been lucky enough to be involved in some movie projects and win some Emmys. So, and again, Liberty, Statue of Liberty, everything is just...
So it's really creating an experience from the second they get off the elevator all the way through the entire appointment process. Yeah,
and we even have some Insurance Newsnet magazine used to put out estate planning mistakes, a big poster every year. And I would buy them and then get them professionally framed. It would cost about $700 or $800 to get it framed and matted the right way, but then that's a focal point now when people come in and see mistakes people make, and no one wants to make mistakes. So and then the post office even puts out specialized framed stamp versions when they come out, so I get that. So the post office even helps me to educate the office, and we have a lot of military stamps and all that. So again, it's just appealing to everyone out there. And I think maybe we'll walk down the hall and see the meeting room. How's that? Having a good receptionist and a reception desk is very important too. You can see the waiting room right here. Let's take a quick look in here.
I noticed you have a lot of TVs with some of your past shows playing as well.
Yeah, that's important, because when they're sitting here waiting, you could be playing CNBC or you could be playing yourself. So why not play yourself on the TV? Because again, it's plugging yourself, and the massage chair right there. We have something we call on a radio show Sleep Well at Night, Swan Accounts, and I play a harp sound when I do it. So now we have a harp when they come in. Again, it's all that neo-marketing positioning of things they've heard. I've got an old-timey gas pump over there. Chris will show that maybe. And we do something we call a financial fill-up, and we play the sound of, we used to go into a filling station, you go over the little thing on the ground and make the ding-ding sound. So now they see that. So again, it's all different things. I've met Dave Ramsey
I was going to say, is that Dave Ramsey on the pillow?
Yeah, I'm a smart vestor his, so I got a picture of him and I when I was down in Nashville last time, so why not put it on a pillow? I've got Rick Edelman too. I met Rick. I'm the president of the IARC, the International Association of Registered Financial Consultants, and Rick was our keynote speaker this year. So, of course, I got a picture with him because I'm the president, right? So, again, he's on a pillow, too. If you like Rick Edelman, you like me. So, it's triangulation, having people get more familiar with you, and building that trust, which we've never had a complaint in over 26 years, so I automatically build the trust. But people don't know that because we can't give testimonials as fiduciaries.
Correct.
So you have to do everything you can to at least let them know. The refrigerator is a focal point when people come in because they get to choose any kind of drink they want. We basically have anything from Gatorade to Starbucks and everything in between, hot and cold, and teas, coffees, that kind of thing. So you want to make it a comfortable experience. Massage chair.
I saw a lot of wine fridges, but I don't see any wine for the clients.
No, I don't. I think I'd get in trouble with that. But at some of the client events we've had, we have wine tastings, which is really good too, really popular. The United States government helped me with this. This is from the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, a sheet of $2 bills. So that's, again, a focal point, all about money when we're in here. And then you see the posters here on the wall of estate planning mistakes. I've got a couple of the movies that I've been involved with. They're movie posters that have won Emmys. And again, where your tax dollars go, death and taxes, it's a good poster. These are all different things for people to see. And I like artwork, as you know. So there's Peter Max is another good artist, really good artist, great artist. This is David Ortiz, and used to play for the Boston Red Sox, and a signed bat of his too. So if I have anybody from up north, I make sure to bring them down here so they can see the Red Sox stuff. And they've got some Patriot stuff here too. So just give you a quick look of what happens when we have the event. As you see, this is a gigantic space right here.
Wow. Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah, it could have been a bowling alley almost. It's long enough to be a bowling alley, but we have red carpet down there, so we can get when people come in when advisors come in for the boot camp, we do some red carpet photos, and then we have some of those statue things. They're paper, cardboard. You can get pictures taken. Cutouts. People can get. We have like 50 of those. We can pick any one, political or cartoonish and all that kind of stuff. So, again, this is just. It's a big room. We don't use it much, but it builds credibility. and it's, I like it. I mean, you saw, and then we got a wine bar here. I had it designed by an architect who built restaurants, so we have a professional restaurant bar in here too, and a coffee cafe, and so
all you need is a bed. You could live in here.
Yes, sir.
Now, I know you have 3 advisors that write the $100 million of business. Do they meet with clients in their offices, or do they have a specific process that they follow?
2 advisors last year, just adding a 3rd this year, so
Okay.
our premium should increase, but I have specially designed conference rooms.
Okay.
I don't like meeting in offices. Meeting in offices just sounds stuffy, and I remember when I was in college, I'd go meet with the professors in their office when I was trying to get a better grade, and I didn't like the feeling in the office. So I don't like offices, but I'll show you a conference room. How's
Sure.
that?
Let's do
We've
it.
got 2 different size conference rooms. One is big enough to hold 8-foot whiteboards. The other one is only big enough for 6-foot whiteboards. So these are 6-foot whiteboards in this room. And
Yeah, this ceiling's just slightly lower.
yeah,
The other
it's
one has
lower,
a really high ceiling.
lower ceiling, and the 6-foot boards fit perfectly in here. Where we go through red, green, yellow. We help categorize folks where they are right now before they've met us, and then we show them on the second appointment where they should be based on all the financial models out there and what they tell us they want to do. Some people say they only want to have a real fun time the first 15 years of retirement. So we front load the income. If somebody's, that's always fine still until they get 15 years down
Right.
the road. So we try to encourage them to have balanced income and increasing income all the way through their life. And that's possible if you do it the right way. And then we present their plan, and we put it against 3 of the other top plans out there in the country based on what they want. And we do the financial final 4. We narrow it down to the final 2 and then show them what the best one is. Sometimes their plan wins. Their current plan. So it's good to know they leave with peace of mind knowing that they're fine.
Right.
But most of the time, because we have access to most everything out there and we can put together specialized planning, our plan will beat what they currently have.
Well, I like that you have visuals,
Yep.
and I like that you follow a process for every client, and then you customize it for every client that comes in.
Yeah, because they can feel if you're templating. And
Right.
there's a lot of advisors out there templating and doing a great job. If that's what you're doing, then I guess it's okay. But deep down inside, the client knows when you're not really giving them 100% effort.
Right. Understood.
When you watch the sporting events, you can tell if a player is just basically getting by or he's really trying hard as he can. So
Now, I think Marty may be with a client in the other office.
we
Maybe
can-
we can peek in.
we can peek in the bigger office. So we go down this way. We can look at my office too. How's that? Take a look at my office. So there's Peter Max. A lot more.
That's
Peter
the
Max
new
stuff.
one.
Yeah,
That wasn't here
definitely-
last
no,
time
that
I was here.
Brand new. Yeah, brand new.
So we go in your office first?
Yes, we'll go in my office. So the very first thing they see is not me. I've got a fireplace right here, so I can have a little privacy. We got some of my awards there, and then we got my office.
Another Michael Israel.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, the John Lennon one. So I've got that right in here. Chris, you see the John Lennon one for the folks? My wife, daughter, and I went on a cruise this past Thanksgiving, and we did a Segway tour.
This wasn't here last time.
No, and the funny thing about the office, when I texted everybody, because we had Wi-Fi on the plane, on the boat, when I texted them that we did the Segway tour and I liked it, they knew what to expect. Before I even got home, we had this is an imitation Segway, but it goes 2 times faster and the battery life is 3 times more.
Well, that looks like an off-road Segway.
So that thing gets up and go, and I got on, and when my first experience with it, I got on, it was going in reverse, and so I had Chris turn it off real quick because it was trying to do a wheelie on me, so it was trying to kick me out the back door. So Rocky Blyer is a friend of mine. You see the Rocky Blyer jersey there, and Chris, our producer, and I went to a Pittsburgh Steelers exhibition game this year, and I was looking for a Rocky Blyer jersey in the stadium because I wanted to buy a Rocky Blyer jersey and wear it because I like Rocky, really cool guy. Couldn't find one, so I let Rocky know, hey, inside the Heinz Field, we couldn't find a jersey of yours. And I wanted to buy one and wear one. Within a week, Rocky had sent me that autographed
Love it.
jersey of himself. Now I'm not going to wear that, but that's a cool jersey and stuff like that. So can you
Now,
see?
do you have any wall space left to actually
No,
hang
see,
it?
that's why it's leaning against the window. So Chris is getting a look inside the other conference room. This is our bigger conference room, taller ceilings,
Right.
8-foot whiteboards.
I don't want to interrupt Marty.
Marty Hensley in there is 7'1". He likes to say.
So he kind of needs the taller
like
room.
85 inches tall, so that messes with people. They have to start dividing by 12 and see how the 7'1" with sneakers, probably 6'11". Dean Smith used to let him add 2 inches or take 2 inches away, how they were listed in the report. So Marty would always go 6'11". I said you should say 7'1" and intimidate
Right.
people more. So he's in there. Marty's a fiduciary too, and we've got the bigger whiteboards for him. Does a real good job with the whiteboards. The whiteboards have been a real good addition. I designed these about 2 years ago, and our production tripled.
Wow.
Because it keeps everybody on track. It's easy for the prospects to see what you're talking about, and you're not talking over their head. And then they leave with a printout. I've designed these pads where we write on the whiteboard, but then we transfer all the information from the whiteboard to the pad so they can go home with the same information they had there. Because people don't want to feel like you're pulling dirty tricks. So everything they see, we can even take a picture of the whiteboard and email it to them after the appointment. So there's no hidden tricks. There's no shell games going on.
Now, I feel like your office is very technologically advanced, especially with the studio, TV, radio, everything downstairs. Was there a conscious reason as to why you didn't go the smartboard route, like so many advisors are with the digital touchscreen TV versus the whiteboard?
We used to do that. And again, when you try to put that big printout up on the screen, most clients, I'm 52, I can't read that good. I can't read that far away anymore. So, you know, the little young guys and gals can read it, but your clients can't. And way back in the day when the CSA, the Certified Senior Advisor, came out, I was one. I gave it back because there was a misuse of that down the road after it became I thought it was a pretty good designation. But one of the things that we learned is that as we get older, colors are harder to see. Certain colors, if you put print on certain colors, you can't read it. And the size is important. So that's one thing I really took from the Certified Senior Advisor that stuck with me is make it simple. Keep it simple. The smart screens and the videos on the TV screens, way too complex. We can give them the printouts with all that, and we do, but why not have it simple on the whiteboard and then show them the complex stuff later on instead of the other way around?
I think 2 advisors writing $100 million in 2018 is testimony to the whiteboard's work.
I thought we should have had 200,000,
well,
200 million, sorry, but it's you know, the number of leads we get, we should have more premium than that.
Fantastic.
But it's all because of radio, and we get a lot of referrals because of that too. It's an easy referral now. Instead of putting the yellow pad in front of somebody and saying, write down 4 of the people you know that we can bug, you just say, hey, have your friends listen to the show.
Fantastic.
And we give a CD a lot of times of one of the most recent shows. We direct them to a website where we have all our shows archived and video recap of the show. So instead of just playing the show one time and having it disappear, we constantly are recycling it, putting video to a good show, and then having it online on YouTube so they can watch it. Because you can't put audio on YouTube, but you could have video with an audio in the background. So it's just about repurposing and doing the smart thing. And when you have a good show, because we're all on and off from week to week, I have good shows and bad shows. When I find a good show, we make sure to keep reusing that.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Well, thank you for showing us around. Should we head back to the TV studio?
Let's go back down to the TV studio. Let's film a series. How's that?
Let's do it.